Your players are gassed. You aren't going deep into the rotation. You aren't playing extra guys. You aren't you're not creating offensive sets. What are you doing?
Right.
Like you just it's playground basketball. Jalen Brunson's dribbling the air out the ball for 15, 18 seconds, and they're trying to make something happen at the last. No, that's not how you run an offense. Like that's coaching. At the end, that's coaching. You can't just say go out there and play, guys. No, there needs to be a system in place.
I want to talk about what happened days ago. The firing of Tom Thibodeau. I think this was on Tuesday. I remember I talked about this I think it was at the beginning of the playoffs. I thought Tom Thibodeau, his time was coming to an end by I don't know if it was the first round or second round, but they were able to beat Boston, and I was like, damn, Tom Thibodeau, I think I apologize and everything. But when we get to the conference finals against the Pacers, they won 2 games against the Pacers. But we have to be honest. All the people that are like, how could the Knicks do this? How could they fire Tom Thibodeau? I agree with a lot of folks that are for the firing of Tom Thibodeau. And their takes of people that believe the Knicks are wrong for firing Tom Thibodeau weren't watching Knicks games.
Nope.
Because it's clear as day, they were not going to win a championship with Tom Thibodeau as the head coach. Because Tom Thibodeau is limited in what he can do as a coach. Short rotations, lacks any sort of feel for offense. You could tell just watching the Indiana Pacers series, the Celtics series, the Detroit series. For crying out loud, the entire season. So that to me is my biggest takeaway in why they fired Tom Thibodeau. They said, okay, here's the ceiling. Okay, that's the ceiling. That's the best he can do. But we're chasing a championship. When you make the trade for Mikal Bridges, when you make the trade for Karl-Anthony Towns, when you make the trade for OG Anunoby, and you give these guys new contracts, you're trying to win a championship. This is not we're just great to be in the conference finals. You're trying to win a championship. So when you
Especially
believe
after
that,
you give up all that draft
right,
capital for Mikal Bridges, and then you trade for Karl-Anthony Towns, you sign OG Anunoby to a long-term deal and all that stuff. So yeah, they was going for it.
Right. So you're banking on this notion that it's win a championship or bust. If Tom Thibodeau doesn't have that ability to put you on a championship level, then you have to change coaches. That's just the reality of the situation. And for people to think otherwise, like Mike Greenberg or I forgot who else. I think it was Emmanuel Acho. Like these guys, like they're casuals.
I'm
Like
sick and
they
tired of
don't.
Emmanuel Acho giving
Yeah,
unsolicited opinions on stuff. Nobody be asking him a punk thing, and he
he's
just
like Ja
offers up his
Rule.
yeah.
He's like
Like,
Ja Rule of
who cares what Emmanuel
sports.
Acho has to say at a time like this? Is ridiculous.
Right. So my thing, like you're not gonna win big with Tom Thibodeau at this stage. He's a dinosaur. He can only get you so far with his philosophy, and he's stuck up in his ways. This is the new NBA. Congratulations, you made the conference finals,
I
but
wish I
that's just
had
not
that
good enough.
Jeff T clip on deck talking about how he don't coach. He just says, "Dang."
Right. But just give me what is your thoughts on the firing and some of the pushback as well?
Listen, I'm not a huge fan of Tom Thibodeau. I mean, yeah, he's a solid. He's not a trash coach or anything like that. Obviously, he gets his guys ready to play. The Knicks did make the conference finals, but at the end of the day, when the chips was on the table, he got out coached. He got out coached. That's point blank. Period. Like you get out coached, and you playing like 7 guys against one of the deepest teams in the league, and they that run all game, and you only going to play 7-man rotation. Your players are gassed by the time it's the most important part of the game, which is crunch time. Your players are gassed. You aren't going deep into the rotation. You aren't playing extra guys. You aren't you're not creating offensive sets. What are you doing?
Right.
Like you just it's playground basketball. Jalen Brunson's dribbling the air off the ball for 15, 18 seconds, and they're trying to make something happen at the last. No, that's not how you run an offense. Like that's coaching. At the end, that's coaching. You can't just say go out there and play, guys. No, there needs to be a system in place. There needs to be established hierarchies. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. On any given game with the Knicks, it just felt like whoever got the high hand, we just gonna ride. Like no, there was no clear hierarchy set. It was nothing. Like there was no identity on that offense. It was Jalen Brunson or bust, and the occasional cat heater. Like, come on, that wasn't a way to run no defense. Then the players was having issues in the locker room. They said Cat wasn't giving effort and blah. He was missing assignments. Coach, where you at? Why you ain't? Where you at? Where's the coaching going on? And then it was just like, man, and there was that one video in the huddle where I think OG and Cat was kind of like going back and forth, and Tom Thibodeau just like this.
Right.
Hello, you're the head coach. Let's get involved here. Get your guys ready to get you. Timeouts ain't 5 minutes. You get your guys ready to go. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I wasn't shocked at all they got rid of Tom Thibodeau. I wasn't shocked at all because I've been knew the jig was up on that man. I've been knew.
I think I was shocked at the fact that the Knicks were willing to let go of a coach. That just lets me know the Knicks are that the culture has changed. The way that they think has changed. Like they're not just satisfied with making the conference finals. Because 10 years ago, the Melo years, they would have kept the coach. Remember, they had couple of coaches.
They had
Mike Woodson.
Yeah,
like they kept Mike Woodson for a long time, but like somebody like that they would have kept for a long time. Tom Thibodeau they would have kept for a long time. But now I think the new leadership that is at the top, they're looking at it like, no, we can't be satisfied. I was shocked at that.
X's and O's guy.
Yeah, I'm hearing Johnny Bryant. He's the assistant coach for the Cavs. He used to be the assistant coach for the Knicks as well. He was actually a part of Tom Thibodeau's coaching staff, and he's very X's and O's. He's very well detailed. He's about screening, off ball movement. I think with
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, what's up?
If I'm the Knicks org, I'm dialing up. Hello, Dan. How much you want?
No, coach, no college coach, no
college coach.
No college coach. Get an assistant coach. Get the guy from the Cleveland. He knows what to do. The thing is the offense. The offense was pathetic. It was a lot of creating something out of nothing. No 2-man action with Towns and Jalen Brunson. That was one of the things that people were talking about a lot, is the fact that the offense would flow a lot differently when Brunson was on the bench and it was just Cat. They need to figure out a way to find a coach that can effectively create an offense that Brunson, if Cat is going to remain with the team, that Brunson and Cat can run a 2-man action via pick and roll, via whatever, that's efficient enough. Because it was so many times where it's like your turn, my turn, Cat trying to post up but can't. It was just the spacing. It was a lot of spacing issues, a lot of Mikal Bridges
spinning around. I'm like, okay,
bro, a lot of Mikal Bridges shooting just off balance threes, bricking them all the time, thinking he's Kyle Korver or Klay Thompson. It was a lot of ill-advised shots. Yes. And that was a problem during the Indiana series. They need to find a coach that really understands offense, because that was a glaring weakness for them against Indiana, and a lot of times against Detroit, sometimes against Boston to a certain extent. That's why they were down a lot of deficits, but ultimately came back because Boston, they had their deficiencies as well. They just got to find somebody that understands offense, and I think Johnny Bryant could be that guy.
I hope they don't go like some lame duck like
Mike Malone.
So
no, I don't think they're going Mike Malone. Yeah. I've heard reports where they're not going to go Mike Malone because he's just another Tom Thibodeau, just probably a better motivational speaker. That's just what it is. But because if you remember Mike Malone, that offense in Denver, that's not Mike Malone.
Yeah, it was.
That's the current coach right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. If they're gonna get a coach, they have to get an offensive minded guy that understands concepts, that has a feel for offense as well, and the offense will be his identity, what he wants, and not somebody else's identity.
Right.
That is very apparent. That's very important, and